The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
I love gold!
Welcome everybody to the newest episode of Pillow Talk. It's Franklin here. It's your baby boy Franklin. Yeah, the baby boy's in the house. Baby boy needs a spanking. Oof, but not cherry red, please. Not on my sensitive cheeks. As always, you are listening to Pillow Talk, the only podcast that broadcasts from a king-size bed. And I do it in this bed every night with the coolest uncle of my whole world, Uncle Howard.
Well, you're the sweetest little cookie I've ever nibbled on, little nephew. How I love you when you introduce me so sweetly. I am Uncle Howard, the man that's too sweet to be soured. And I'm coming to you live and direct, and we've both got a little bit of a tear in our eye because of how our boy Dwayne Wade finally had to say farewell to the beautiful, shining city.
Well, yes, it was his last game in Miami. I don't want to dive deep into that because I will get a little emotional. Tonight was D Wade's night, and we say thank you, Dwayne Wade, and let's continue. Dwayne Wade doesn't listen to our show.
Well, he might now that he's not going to be playing much anymore.
That's true. Hey, Dwayne, you want to be a guest on Pillow Talk?
You're welcome anytime.
Well, and we don't discriminate on this show. We're just a show that has a strict no nanas policy. And as we stated before, this ain't your Nana's podcast. And Nana does not mean an age-specific thing, right, Howard?
That's right. This is a show. It's not for nanas. It's a show about nothing more specifically than that. But additionally, I guess it's a show where we have a tradition every single week, don't we?
That's true. We are about tradition. Tradition continues here. This show, we're 41 episodes deep right now. And every night before me and my uncle go to bed, we watch some classic cinema. We pop in the VHS tape and we let it roll, right? So
that's damn right.
That's how it works. So with the theme today being, what was it? We're ghouls, goblins, aliens, conspiracies,
all
X-Files music.
Yeah, 9/11.
9/11. I picked probably one of the smartest movies you can find out there. Directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and it's called Signs. That's right, Signs. God help me if I've done this shit already, man.
I think you may have.
No, not a chance.
No way, I'm lying to you.
Swing away, Merle. Swing away. I would have said swing away, Merle.
Swing away, times. Joaquin, with the bat at that damn alien.
Swing away, jokester. Swing away. I warned you, alien. Joaquin's gonna swing away, alien. I warned you.
It's simple. We kill the alien.
Batter up, pal. Oh, he swung for the fences and he got doused with water. Was he on Splash Mountain?
Yeah.
Anyways, so Signs. We just gave what the premise of the movie was about. A couple aliens came to town.
They thought jokers from out of town.
But they messed with the Joker, unbeknownst to them, of what he would become. Unbeknownst to them.
This is all part of the Jokerverse.
This is part of the Jokerverse. Has there been a statement yet released by DC, by Warner Brothers? Not to be confused with the hilarious shirt. If you see
the police, Warner Brother.
Not to be confused with.
Maybe that should be the official Pillow Talk shirt. Is just that exact logo, but then it just says Pillow Talk over the top.
Okay.
If you want to buy that shirt, hit us up on Twitter and let us know.
Give us shirt ideas because we need to find ways to make money off you people.
Yeah.
No, we need to find ways to keep a roof over our head. But anyways, because we don't want it leaking. Now, a leaky roof could prove to be advantageous in the Signs/Joker universe, because these aliens, a couple of roughnecks, like Rico's roughnecks from
Yeah, a
Starship
couple
Troopers.
homeboys.
Homeboys that they're breaking and entering like homeboys do. M. Night cut one of their fingers off. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that. He just sliced, or Mel, did Uncle Mel do it? Or is it M. Night? M. Night trapped them in the cellar.
Oh,
And you don't remember
yeah,
this
he
film?
does. No, yeah, that's right. He chops
He's like,
off
I
a
got one.
finger.
Hey, I ran over your wife, but you might want to see this, preacher man. And he's like, I got one in my cellar. And he's like, yeah, look, I'm going by the lake because I heard they don't like water. This is the last you'll be seeing me, the man who killed your wife while drunk driving. You could do with him what you want, you know? So he must have thought like Mel was a creep. Like, if you want to fuck this alien, man, you could just, look, dude, you could go right ahead. He's in the cellar, man. I don't care. I'm leaving. So
Chop him up. Do whatever you
and
want.
he just chopped his fingers off like a dick.
Yeah. Hey, alien, hope you don't need these.
Like,
Oh,
he
you got
didn't have-
5 more. What are you crying about?
Did he have a need to do that? He was looking. He's using the knife to look. Now, that same alien came back to the house later and got Macaulay Culkin Jr., or his brother.
Oh, little Culkin.
Culkin?
Culkin. Yeah.
Okay,
That's right.
sorry. So, and I think he remembered Mel. Hey, you cut off my fingers, and
Mel.
he was, but hey Mel, he'd like blow some smoke out there and just a smoking alien. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that would
But-
be really cool.
A smoking
Almost
alien.
as cool as a smoking baby.
The smoking baby. Ric Flair used to post clickbait articles all the time, and one of the main ones would be, here's how the smoking baby looks now. You're going to be shocked. It shocks you how he looks now.
He looks fantastic.
He looked great. So, yeah, that's my movie Signs. We'll watch it again, obviously, Howard, since you needed a bit of a refresher. But it's a very smart movie, and it's a movie that proves that if Mel didn't chop off this alien's fingers, nothing bad would have happened to him.
After I watched that movie, I said, I saw the signs.
Yes. It opened up your eyes, didn't you, Howard?
It did.
So, you have
I
a film?
picked a movie, indeed. This film is called Seeking Justice, and it was a movie that I had thought of the other day, but it was not the right one. It stars Nicolas Cage. It stars Guy Pearce. It stars January Jones, who also is known as Mrs. Dawn Draper. And
True.
it was executively produced by the great Spider-Man 3 himself, Tobey Maguire. This is a revenge thriller like you've never seen before. Nicolas Cage plays a cool cat or something who's living in New Orleans with his sexy, sexy wife. But when she's victimized badly by crooks, Guy Pearce comes to Nicolas Cage with a deal he can't refuse. But he should never have accepted. Franklin, let me tell you something. This movie is unbelievable. You've never seen anything like it. Have you ever seen Nicolas Cage throw somebody over an overpass?
No. I can't say I have.
Have you ever seen Nicolas Cage shoot somebody in an empty mall? Don't answer that, because I bet you have.
Yeah, that I have.
Anyway.
Outside of Spencer's.
It's a hell of a good movie, and I recommend
Now, this is
it
in
to everybody.
New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. This is post-Katrina because they were Katrina strong.
Oh. This is... A lot of podcasts are not Boston strong anymore. Maybe that's not cool for the Doughboys anymore, but we're still Boston strong, aren't we?
Yeah, we stand with you, Boston, and I personally hope they never free Jahar.
Is that his name?
Yeah, I remember there was the meme going around, and some people said he looked a little bit like you did.
I know. Our friend Mariah said that, and I couldn't shake it. It was me, and I had a lot of hair, and it's true. It's true. And he's a sex icon to some extent from the Rolling Stone cover, and I'm a 6-time sex haver, so I guess I'm doing just as good as him, huh?
Yeah, I think you and Jahar Sarnayev are both doing really well nowadays.
Did he get killed? Was he compromised?
His brother was caught and compromised to a permanent end.
He's
Jahar
one
was
slammer?
caught and compromised to just whenever.
Temporary. Oh.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, not yeah.
What do they do? They slap him on the wrist, say, "Hey, don't do that again."
Yeah, they said, "Hey, go right on out this revolving door, because of all the we're too soft on crime is the problem. These judges are crazy."
Well, you should know you've dealt with your share of crooked judges. It's how you've been in and out of the penal system.
It's
more
true.
times
If they
than
had
not.
gone as hard on me as they should have, I'd be in prison for the rest of my life and several others.
I'm glad you're not in prison. But one man who thinks we should be in prison, I'm gonna wheel him out here. Is that okay? I know he's been a bit of a
He's been a bit of a
grumpy goose lately.
grouch lately. Yeah, I'm getting.
Yeah, kind of a downer. He got mad because we slapped the iPod Shuffle out of his hands when he was listening to Doughboys.
Yeah,
And let's wheel him out here. Okay, Ronald, come in. Come in. Why do you boys do this to me? I just want to listen to my stories.
Ronald, you are nothing but a nana in a papa's
not-
body.
I'm not a nana. I just want to listen to my friends, the Doughboys.
Oh,
They're my angels. I call them my angel buds. You ever had an angel bud before? Why can't I listen to my stories and be left alone?
I only care about angel investors.
You only care about money. You don't treat me like a man no more. Because I saw myself, and you say, here are your panties, Ronald. Here are the panties your mother laid out for you, Ronald. And you treat me like dirt. I just want to listen to my stories and be left alone. What did I ever do to you?
You're right,
Oh.
You're right, Ronald. I think out of respect to you, we should leave you alone. Probably for as long as anybody needs to know about. Why don't we go put you down in your
Put me in the
storeroom and we'll
let
put
me
the
listen to
jacuzzi on.
Doughboys. Why can't I listen to Doughboys?
We'll
They're
let
my
you listen
friends.
to your old little doughboys. They can hear them say
Oh.
what they have to say about a
Bless your
California
heart.
pizza kitchen or whatever.
Bless your heart. All right, bye, Ronald. Enjoy the jacuzzi. Funny thing about the Doughboys, I was
Nothing.
listening.
There's no funny thing.
We're meeting them in like 2 months, dickhead.
Well, they better be ready.
For to beat our asses.
They better be.
It's
They better
more
train
than
hard
likely.
because I'm not just gonna lit them.
True. We will fight if we have. I don't think that'll come down to that. But you know what they
We'll
said
use
on the
our
last.
wit.
They were in Portland last episode,
Ugh.
and you know what they said? Rest in
What?
peace, Big. They didn't say Big Black. They were talking about Big from Robin Big. They mentioned Robin Big, and then they said rest in peace, Big. They're stealing from us now.
Yeah, I wonder where they got that idea.
Where did they get the idea to mourn Big Black Boykins? And we say his full name. We're not afraid to
Yeah.
mention the fact that he happened to have been a black man.
Proudly so, no less.
Proudly so. Do they want to gloss over? Do they want to whitewash Robin Big? Is that the goal here, the Doughboys?
They are always been angling that Mike Mitchell wants to be the new bodyguard for Rob Dyrdek.
Rob Dyrdek.
Rob Dyrdek loves a big boy bodyguard, and Mike Mitchell's a big boy. And do the math.
Do the math. Well, I don't blame him. He needs an exit strategy because if Weiger's going to backstab him, it seems pretty inevitable. And we have a little bit of space in the bed for Mitch, don't we?
Well, I don't know because
Maybe we could get the old Nana out of the jacuzzi and let Mitch hang out there. And
Yeah.
we could record from the jacuzzi, maybe.
Sure, Mitch is welcome to try out being on Pillow Talk.
He's
but-
welcome to be a third wheel.
yeah,
that's pretty fair of us.
exactly.
He's
Hey.
Bazizio. Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you
No,
off so
please.
abruptly and without
No.
grace or elegance. However, I just wanted to surprise you with a little something. We got some results in the mail the other day.
Oh shit! You
Our
finally got your
23andMe results are back.
We finally got our 23andMe results. Have taken weeks on end. They're doing their work there. I mean, I guess they were testing every sample you sent them, huh?
They said it was some of
Stool.
they tested every
splooge.
sample, and they also said we had some of the most complicated DNA they've ever seen. It
Yeah.
didn't go in those little curly Q lines straight down. It went all jagged left and right.
Oh yeah, they're very colorful.
Yeah,
Very colorful DNA samples here.
we don't go AT, TC, CG. We are all like XL94,
That's
stuff
true.
like that.
Oh yeah, science.
That's some science stuff for everybody out there.
For your science.
Anyway, let me, without further ado, open up this envelope here.
All right.
Oh, and it says that
That's an
I'm
envelope.
24% Italian. I'm 13.
You do sweat a lot.
Well, I do, and I also am relatively unintelligent. I
Yeah, that's not. It's not givens.
13% Scotch Irish. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm 17% Western European unspecified, and then 56% it says I'm from the Carpathian Mountains of the Transylvania region of Romania.
You mean like something like a vampire or something like that?
I mean, that's just old superstition. That's
Your
what
sleeping habits are most unusual.
Well, I don't know about that. I do sleep primarily during the day, but as it turned
Yes.
out, I also got the genetic disease test that was packaged in with it, and it turns out the reason for all of that is because I have a sunlight allergy as well as a holy water allergy.
And you don't eat any garlic
Perfectly-
either.
No, and I never have seen myself in a mirror, which is all perfectly normal, and also I can only enter a building if someone has invited me inside.
This
No
Well,
big deal,
yeah.
that's just the kind of guy I am.
is true. It's just you were born this way. Lady Gaga said it. you
Yeah.
know, and
She
we're not
invented-
judging you. We're not
She
judging
invented
you.
being born a certain way.
She did.
She was
did.
born with it.
Oh God! Don't really. This is the route we've gone. I hated that stuff so much. And
Yeah,
people
no,
say
I'm
that.
sorry.
I
That was
hate
not
it. Don't be
funny.
sorry. I don't give a
We
shit.
talked
I
about
mean,
it last week, and
It was
we
so
even
bad.
said how it was stupid then.
It was so stupid.
But
like
it's a good joke to make fun of for dum-dums because it was a conspiracy.
it was a conspiracy. Yes, and that's what tonight's episode.
Yeah,
is
but wait,
all
first,
about.
what are your genetics? You
Well,
have to open your
turns-
envelope, which I'm
Okay,
sure you
well-
have handy.
I do actually. That's me ripping it for those
Yeah,
at
of
home.
course.
ASMRP.
Yeah. It stands for audio sadomasochism R.
P.
P.
And- I know a lot of mumbo jumbo in these things. You know how it goes. But really, the most surprising thing is, it turns out yo soy un cubano. Hey, I got a little bit of Latin flavor in me, huh?
Estás una sabroso muy
Yo
muy
soy
picante.
muy sabroso. Ah, sí.
Sí. El
Soy-
sabor de Cuba.
See, it turns out I am Cuban, meaning I could reference, like, I could talk about white people being a certain way on Twitter to no ramifications of, well, you're white too. I apparently have enough Cuban blood in me to start calling out the whites.
And
yeah.
you can really go in on Elian Gonzalez, and no one can say you're Cuba-phobic.
Oh, true. And I'm glad he didn't stay here. I don't think he would have done much as something of a teacher who has to deal with English as a second language students. I would have not. Elian would have just thrown a paper airplane at me or something of the sort. I'm glad he went.
hell of a baseball player.
He's like a general now, isn't he, or something?
Yeah, he's
That's what the general told us.
yeah. The general did tell us that, but the general tells us a lot of things, and some of them are true, and some of them are myth, and some of them are somewhere in between.
Yeah, but for a great low rate, you can get online, go to the general, save some time.
Yeah,
or go to
that's-
Elian. Maybe he could do that as well. Apparently.
Go to Elian and save some time.
Go to Elian. You know, Elian. I understand, like, he wrote an article a while back. Not an article, like, I'm so happy, I'm proud, I'm a patriot, blah, blah, blah. This motherfucker doesn't know the porn we have on our internet speeds. I know Cuba has internet, obviously, but I know it's still complicated.
I wonder if he just doesn't like America because of the time a soldier with a machine gun yanked him out of his father's arms in a closet.
There was like 30 people in that house. That was no place for that kid to live, in fairness, man. That house was like a clown car in the news, and there was like so many people coming out of it. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Well, that's part of the problem is we, as a society, don't believe, well, I shouldn't say, I don't know how you Cubans do, but us Transylvanians don't believe that there's anything wrong with, maximizing the floor plan.
True.
A human being is at most usually about 6 feet long and usually about, I don't know, 2.5 feet wide. So how many 2.5 feet wide by 6 foot long spaces do you have in a house? A lot more than you have people. That's my guess.
You and your confined spaces that you love to sleep in. There's no
I love a confined spaces and I love conspiracies.
So let's get to the topic. Let's get to
Was
the
that
questions.
a pretty good segue?
That was a great segue. That was really good, actually.
So much.
First question comes from Dick Killjoy. The fans, really? We're going to scoff at the fans?
The biggest conspiracy in my mind is that these fans are not just mental patients that are in the hospital for being too dumb.
I think our fans are a what's his name from Glass and the X-Men.
Oh, Mr. Glass.
No.
James
no.
McAvoy.
James McAvoy. It's not a bunch of James McAvoy characters from Glass with different social medias just tweeting us. I think that's our actual fan base.
From now on, instead of being called Bedheads, our fan base is called McAvoys.
You guys are McAvoys now. Okay. So Dick Killjoy, Dick McAvoy, he says, at modesty_contest, if you were abducted by aliens, okay, I already know where this is going. Would you let them probe you everywhere, even if it meant saving the entire human race? I mean, yeah. I mean,
would I let them probe me everywhere? I don't have that many wares to probe.
How many holes does he gotta probe through, man?
Is he gonna probe my dick or my butthole? I mean, eventually, at some point, if I live long enough, a doctor is gonna do that to me anyway. So.
Yeah, I would let aliens have a ball with us.
They're probably pretty good at it, so go for it.
They probably had more advanced tools to do this pain-free, I'd have to imagine.
I bet they have anesthetic and everything.
Right.
Yeah, what do I care? Probe away, alien.
Probe away, you goofy. They love the smoke, too, according to those memes.
Yeah.
They love a good blunt.
That was one of my ideas for a Pillow Talk shirt, was just an alien hitting the bong.
I think that's a good enough shirt as it is.
I think it's pretty cool.
I think that, honestly, we gotta have shirts for podcast.
Yeah, let's just settle it right here on air.
Let's do it live instead of privately like we should.
Yeah. Can you think of a better idea than an alien hitting a bong?
How about an alien doing something? Does it have to be weed paraphernalia? You know how I feel about that.
Yeah, you're right. You're a straight edger. What about
Fuck you.
What if he's like skating a half pipe and he's like doing a big sick nose grab over the front lip?
That's fucking sick. We'll talk about that more later in private time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jeff Gibson, the maker of our default photo. Jeff Gibson did a great job. You should hire him if you need graphic design needs, or he could build a rocking chair. That's proof. Or no, it's a horsey.
A rocking horse.
Yeah, it's still the same
chair.
That Mr. Gibson.
Horse
Do you think
chair.
ghosts pretend to have sex with you when you're alone and have to take care of business? And if so, would this count towards Franklin's numbers? Ooh, a spooky and intelligent question.
I say, if they're pretending to have sex with you, first of all, why are they doing that? Is it just for the photo op? And then I would say definitely doesn't count towards your numbers because it's just pretending.
So Jeff's a smart man, and he understands Vision of the Avengers. Everybody's favorite Avenger.
Everyone understands the Vision.
Everybody has Vision fever.
Yeah.
They dress up like him for Halloween. They talk British like this and add paprika to meals. I am Vision. And Vision, he can go through walls. And we've discussed that. Does he have a dick? Does he not have a dick? I mean, that'll be a debate endless throughout time.
It'll go on past our lifespans.
Yeah. We're not going to be the decision makers if Vision has a dick. But Vision had difficulties. He went through walls and stuff. So who's to say his dick was unable to penetrate? That'd be a tragedy of the Darth Plagueis proportions as well. Ironic, he can penetrate walls themselves, except the vaginal kind. And I agree with you. The question itself, no, it shouldn't. It shouldn't boost my numbers. How much more sex do I need to have, you people? I've done it 6 times already.
Yeah, these numbers cannot be. I mean, are you gonna boost Michael Jordan's fever from when he played the flu game?
Yeah, the flu game. Sniff, sniff.
He had a
Flu.
bad
Flu at the
case of
casino.
the sniffles. He caught
Sniffles.
He caught
Yeah.
he caught a cold because he had been hitting the slopes so hard.
He was over in Aspen, hitting the slopes.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Good man.
Yeah. Friend of the show?
Sure.
Sure. Him and his Nazi mustache.
Yeah, well, I did not see that coming.
No. All right. Next question comes from Digital Justin. at
Digital
Pile of Trash.
Underground.
Yeah, do the Humpty Hump.
Yeah. All right.
Cool guy.
Yeah.
He's asking.
Thanks, Humpty Hump, for writing in.
Thanks, Humpty Hump. Yes, friend of Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
If Stan Lee is still showing up in Marvel movies, does that mean everyone who has seen them has seen a ghost? A ghost?
No, because the Marvel movies take place in the past, Digital Underground boy. And the reason... 21st century Digital Underground boy. And
Okay,
the reason for that is because if they were taking place in the present, half of the world would be dead right now. And we know that half of the world must get brought back to life because everyone that I know about is alive.
Man, that is the smartest thing I've heard in a while. So, all those debates about Marvel, is it real? Is it not? Is it current, up to date? Are those movies filmed live?
No, they're
it very
history
big-
movies.
No, they're historical documentaries, and because we know this, because once again, we're alive today, and nobody
Yeah.
has disappeared and vanished. So these aren't live broadcasts. A lot of people seem to under the impression that films are live broadcasts. No, they record them. They record them on a camera.
There was panic in the streets during the screening of Avengers because people thought the city was being invaded by aliens.
I know, Avengers 1, people left the movie.
Yeah,
And
people were having heart attacks in the theater. It was so traumatic.
They're aliens going around in New York City, and they're looking for the Stark Tower and looking to get out of there and wondering what's going on. People, this is why you need to read a book occasionally. Not like a nerd, but,
Like a
Again.
comic book.
like a comic book.
They tell you how the movies are going to end.
Duh. I'm glad we can settle this, because a lot of people have difficulties. Are movies live events, or are they past? Are they documentaries?
This is why I think our fans are so dumb, Franklin. They don't even understand these concepts that are so simple.
it's very true. So Chris Murphy at cmurphy187,
Murph!
he says,
I bet
Would-
that's what people call him.
Murphy Brown, baby.
Yeah.
All right. You think anybody jerked off to Murphy Brown before we answer this question?
I know I did.
So there has to be there's one human who's done the grossest things or whatever. Just I don't mean that's a gross act
That's
in itself.
for sure not the grossest thing.
I'm
anyone's
saying
ever
there's a
done.
first for everything in humanity. So there's
Oh,
the
yeah.
first person who jerked off to the all women's WrestleMania main event, and
That was
probably
me.
Jim Grabowski. Okay, or you? Who came first is the question. So
Who's on first?
who's on for Drew, Gary? Anyways, so C Murphy's asking us, Murph, would you let a ghost suck you off? I mean, I feel like we got 30 of these questions. Would you let a ghost suck you off like in the Ghostbusters? No, because that's what we have those robots for.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
not
solve
gay.
Well, how do you know that ghost sucking you off isn't your grandma? That'd be some fucked
Oh,
up
that's
shit.
true. It could be.
Ugh.
It could even be.
Granny. No.
I mean, imagine if you were living post Infinity Stone, but pre Endgame, and almost half the world is dead. You wouldn't know who was sucking you off. That's a rookie mistake, Murph.
So during Endgame, somebody, just through sheer statistics alone, had to have been getting a blowjob, and somebody disappeared on them mid-blow.
And I bet that guy was like, whoa!
No. Talk about having a bad week, am I right? just like, no, blue balls.
Man, you've always talked about the perfect nut, but you've never talked about the most destructive blue ball. And that would have to be the Infinity Stones.
The Infinity Stones had to have taken so many nuts away. I mean, think about how many people are having sex at any given time. Right now.
At least 10.
Exactly. Those are big numbers. So
That means 5
five people could have.
sexes. Five
five
sexes are happening right now.
That's right.
And 5 people just disappeared.
They just vanished like that and couldn't even knit. Oh,
Yeah.
it's sad. That's
But
sad.
maybe vanishing is the perfect nut.
We don't know this yet. We'll find out in the next recorded document of history that some of you call a movie. Jesus Christ, man.
Ugh.
You know?
These
It's-
people get me mad, Franklin. I don't mind telling you that. These people don't know anything about history or movies or documentaries or anything. It's
That is
ridiculous.
correct. It's like I'm not floating in space. You nincompoops.
Oh, you're
I
were you-
came back to Earth and I went back in time. It's Dr. Evil, your friend.
Dr.
Friend
Evil,
of the show.
Did you defeat Thanos yourself?
You're about to find out. I had a little encounter. I said, hey, how much you want for that, the gauntlet? How much you want? I got $1 million. Hey, he ignored me. He just real jerk, that Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos.
All right, Dr. Evil, thank you so much. I hope you're done for the episode. I appreciate that. Thank
God
you.
bless you.
God bless you. Yeah, I don't want him to say. I feel like he was heading towards an N-word drop with Thanos, and I don't know if that's.
Oh,
he's-
well,
yeah, I feel like I feel it was heading that route with him. He can be controversial. So, anyways, so Teach. So this is gonna be an intelligent question. I can tell you.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
this guy's
This
a
is
real
smart guy.
genius.
Smart guy. You know, he's gonna ask us about do ghosts have pubes or something. Let's see. Do you believe Alex Jones is right about human-animal hybrids?
I
Well, no
do.
shit, he's right.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
If,
no
if he
shit,
wasn't right, why would he say it?
yeah, he's gonna give out wrong information. Teacher, a smart guy. Do the math. Do the math, man.
Next week, Teach, maybe you can write in and say, hey, was Michael Richards actually racist? And the answer will be, no, dummy, he said he wasn't.
He said he wasn't. He said he. Now, Donald Sterling never said he wasn't racist.
No, nor has, well, actually, that's not true. I think Donald Trump has on a number of times said he's not racist.
He said he's the least racist person he knows.
That's right. And
So-
that probably is true based on the people it appears he seems to know.
Yeah. So he hired Herman Cain.
He did. Man,
So
that-
there you go.
the godfather of pizza.
The godfather of gas station pizza. Herman
Good-
Cain, man.
Good man, friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Next question.
This is from Crane Wife 1, 2, 3. And Crane Wife wants to know, did you ever see the video of the little elf in a little elf in like Spain or something? And if so, thoughts? Well, we did. Both of us watched. Franklin and I. He got scared, so I put my arm around his shoulder and pulled him
Hey.
close, and then we watched the video of the little elf, and we do recognize that little man. As a matter of fact, he is a friend to me. He's a friend to the show, and frankly, he's one of the most famous people in the world. He's General Electric.
That's the general. The general was causing a spot of bother, as
In
he tends
Chile.
to do. In Argentina, actually.
Oh well, mountainous. Nonetheless.
Yeah, it wasn't Venezuela. Thankfully,
No.
those people tell us enough. They don't.
He
so-
might have. The general might have been caught and compromised if he was in Venezuela.
Jesus Christ, maybe. So this video, for those that don't know, there's like a little gnome, and there's like some teenagers found him, and he's just there like, he's kind of like on a grassy knoll. Is this like kind of by a dirt road?
He's where you'd want a gnome to be.
True
right?
enough, right? Yeah. He was at a distance.
Yeah.
He walks very unique. He walks like sideways.
As gnomes often do.
Now, I guess I would be in fear as well, because I feel like it could have a burst of speed and it could bite you or something. I feel like I would be terrified a little bit. I'm not
like
gonna lie.
David the Gnome.
Did you ever see the last episode of David the Gnome?
No, what happens?
No, it's very sad actually. It's one of like the saddest endings for a child show imaginable. It's really terrible. I don't insist. They just become one with the Force essentially, and they grow into trees, and they leave their fox friend behind, who has to watch them like die, and they're like, you can't join us here. The fox finds a friend, and I guess him and that giant fox. The giant fox finds somebody else to make sex and forget.
The fox
was very
wasn't giant.
sad.
It's just that David was tiny.
Oh, damn, you're right. So the regular sized fox.
Yeah,
But
there's
no,
nothing
David-
special about that fox whatsoever.
Okay, but David the Gnome and his wife become one with the Force, and like, no, we have to die now because it's our time. Dude,
Yeah,
it's
like
so-
Yoda.
yeah, but
David
it was
the
even-
Gnome is the Yoda of the forest.
it was. So that's why I guess people were afraid of this gnome in the video, because it's very dangerous. You wouldn't want to get too close, but really he was just kind of having a good time, I felt like.
Yeah, I would have said hi ho to him.
Yeah,
I would
would
have said, "Hey, little fella, where you going in such a hurry?"
He would have been mad though. You're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that
Do your
that may
best
burn a person.
impersonation of the mini-me attack noise.
God.
This is one of
Oh,
the
man.
best podcasts of all time.
Yeah. We've had Uncle Ronald, Dr. Evil to show up today.
Yeah, mini-me.
Mini Me showed
a
up from Beyond the
gnome.
Grave.
And then
Yeah, gnome.
Yeah, Crane Wife also wants to know, she says, can you talk about the very obvious connections between aliens and sea creatures and aliens and fungi? Well, that's true, because they're all round. A mushroom is round, and a jellyfish is round, and an alien spaceship is round. Do the math.
Saucer, yeah.
Yeah.
And aliens can hide in high places, but also the ocean, we can't go that deep.
Yeah.
We can't go like maybe like 10 feet deep because we drown, right?
Yeah, that's
So-
right. No one's
so-
ever been deeper than about 10 feet.
10, 11, 12
That's
feet
why
maybe.
it was so impressive when Garth Brooks said that he had friends in low places, because most people don't.
Wasn't there a Garth in the real world?
Ginny Garth.
No. There is a Garth in the real world, but I guess I'm alienating.
Oh, is he
alienating
the
shit out of it.
cowboy from like season
He was like a
2?
cowboy as well. Yeah, you know this shit.
he
Yeah,
was
he's like, I'm a
big
cowboy.
boy. He was a big boy, especially for today's standards.
That's true. He's a big boy. Not as big as the guy in Varsity Blues who died
Not
2
as
years
big
ago.
as Ace Romero.
Not as big as Ace Romero or Barrington Hughes, but I do want to give a specific rest in peace to the guy who wore the 69 jersey in Varsity Blues, who is dead, who was caught and
is he?
compromised. He was caught and compromised to a permanent end, and
This
it's
murderer
unfortunate.
needs to stop his evil ways.
Yeah. Scott Conn, be on high alert. Be on high alert, which is really, I guess, for a man who's only 5'2", difficult to do.
Yeah, be
Swish.
on low alert.
Speaking of gnomes, Scott Conn is only 5'2".
Hey.
Okay, that's enough of my Leno impersonation. That's,
It was really
top of the line.
good.
Thank you. It is one of the best. So, next question. Bimbo Coles 2000. Bimbo
Yeah.
Coles is Miami Heat royalty. So, and he played for the
Okay.
Warriors, so chill. Yeah.
I love the Dubs.
Yeah.
A
I
Donald
don't know why.
Foyle, friend of the show.
And Beardrins.
Andres Biedron's a great man.
Great man, yeah. So, he says, El Garto, that's the title, and the handle's at Bimbo Coles
El
2000.
Garto.
I knew a kid who said he got a blowjob from a ghost in his closet. Confirm or
God
not.
damn
Why
it.
are our questions? Man, if he wants to count that as sex, I mean, that's his prerogative. That's just kind of pathetic, though.
In 2019, I'm not going to tell anyone what they consider sex is or isn't.
I got a crazy blow. Like, oh my god. And I know he's being serious because I feel like I heard that throughout middle school as well. Like, hey, maybe you can fuck a ghost or something. Like, I feel like that's like a middle school
wasn't
idea.
Wasn't it Katy Perry said that she had sex with a ghost?
Oh shit! Well, what was that movie where the Invisible Man essentially sexually assaults somebody? It was actually
Hollow Man.
The Hollow Man. God, you're good, Howard. God, you're fucking good.
I haven't seen many movies, but the ones I have been really good.
And that Hollow Man, he just did what exactly? Like, ate her out or something? I don't know.
That's like the first time you've ever asked about a movie, and I instantly knew what you were talking.
Yeah, you don't even know my Breaking Bad references.
Never seen a second of Breaking
Okay.
Bad, but I have seen Hollow Man.
This is the great Kali. Keep going, make video pillow talk. Franklin. Uncle Howard, it is not for nanas.
Oh, thank you for those kind words, Jumpin' Jim Grabowski, or whoever put in for our break. My internet went out mid-episode. How
Mine
crazy is that?
too, because we have the
Our
same
internet went out. Of
What are you
course.
thinking of?
Use your heads, bird brains. So
Get
you
it
were
together.
telling me about the Hollow Man,
Oh, I was.
and I was saying you never get any of my references, my Breaking Bad, so many references I drop on you, and you are lost. And here you are, you know the Hollow Man, which I've never seen.
Oh, well, this is probably the one movie I've seen and you haven't, where Kevin Bacon gets turned invisible by science, and invisibility always drives a man mad, and it drives him mad in the way of being a criminal to ladies.
He could have been jerking off in public.
He could have been jerking off like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah. You know, which is what a lot of us would do
Yeah.
in that situation, and he decided to use this for bad.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a tragedy. I mean, that's what, Hollow Man, it's Shakespearean in many ways.
How does it end?
Oh, I think he dies.
With a broken heart.
He dies of
Typical.
a broken heart, and you can't even see it.
That is the real tragedy in all of this. Doctors will never know. People just trip on him over the day, like, oh, that was weird.
They're like, oh, I guess I'm just clumsy.
Okay. Bert. Oh boy, oh Bert. From Baskin or Glory. He asks, if the lost city of Atlantis was found out to be real and thriving, do you think this discovery would benefit humankind because mermaids and mermen would now be an option on the dating scene? I feel much like George Costanza when Kramer was talking about the pig man, and he said, you know what, you think this would open up the dating pool? But it wouldn't, because there would be somebody into these pig men, or in your case, these mermen and mermaids. And I think I would be as alienated as I am to this very day for reasons unbeknownst to me that are completely not my fault.
I just would like to know if, when I appear on Baskin Your Glory, we can talk about a Batman movie, and the name of the episode can be Baskin Robbins.
Oh my fucking Christ. Oh God, why do we have you booked for the next episode? Why?
Can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait indeed. Do you have an answer for Bert here?
I would just say that I.
Oh, like Robin, like, okay,
Yeah,
got you.
Batman, that was a slow burn.
Yeah, the ice cream place, nice. I got that part.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know, Bert. I'll have sex with a mermaid. Yeah.
I mean, but you can't go that deep. We already established you can't go deeper than 10 feet of water.
Well, but they can breathe air. They have human mouths.
That's
They
true.
just
Yeah,
have
they can come up.
fish vaginas.
Very
And
scaly.
that's the part I'm interested in.
No, and that's the part I'm not interested. I think it's too scaly. Too rough.
It's, yeah, I don't know. You're right. No mermaids. Sorry. Nothing against them, but biology is biology.
That's right, bro. You can't fight science, man.
You can't fight City Hall.
You can't fight it. Now, who else do we have here? Once again, the Glass Man returns here. Dick McAvoy. Modesty contest here.
Hey, this guy's at 2-1, huh?
He's a 2-in-1.
Greedy boy.
Needs a spanking, that boy.
He does. This boy. Just spanking boy.
So fuck, marry, kill. Sasquatch, Slenderman, or the Jersey Devil, which I'm gonna assume is portrayed by Joe Putty.
Yeah, I think that's a fair.
The devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with I would marry Putty, the Jersey Devil.
Of course, he's
obviously.
got a heart of gold.
A heart of gold, and we go to Arby's all the time, so that's a done deal. I would have to kill the Slender Man. It's very. I don't do spooky, so I don't know the reference.
He's too spooky.
He's too spooky. Do you know Slender Man? Have you also done that one?
Yeah, I do know. I know all of these.
You love the spooky stuff.
I love the spooky stuff. Well, that's because I only have to go out at nighttime.
That's
so I have to be around the spooky stuff.
You loved ghouls.
The sun burns me badly, and some of my best friends are ghouls and little Argentinian gnomes, and all these things I just get along with very well.
Yeah, that's true. And so I'm sorry. So and then I would fuck the Sasquatch because it probably has a very because the Sasquatch was proven to be a lady and she had a rack. It had a yeah.
Yeah, dude looks like a lady.
So can we talk a little bit about Sasquatch? Like that was the best part of that video in particular. Is like, oh no, like they were so playing 3D chess. Like we'll add boobs to it, and that will make it legitimate. Yeah. Otherwise, like they made sure, like, oh no, if we made the gender a woman, like, oh, this has some validity to this.
Because you can never question a woman.
No, it just means like it's not some Harry and the Henderson shit, Well, it's like, oh, this is. So yeah, fuck the Sasquatch, kill Slenderman, marry the Jersey Devil, portrayed by Joe Putty.
Fuck, marry Kate and Ashley. First of all, I love a gentleman, and so I will marry the Slender Man because I know he'll treat me right for all of my life.
Mm-hmm.
The Jersey Devil, that is an animal that I can respect. It lives in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, and it's got a real style and swagger. So I don't want to say fuck it because I want to have a meaningful relationship with it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know that I see that it could last forever.
All right.
So that's my answer with the Jersey Devil. And then Sasquatch has been taunting humanity for the existence of humanity. And I cannot abide by that. I am firmly on team humans when it comes to Sasquatch.
So you don't like robots very much, do you?
No, I hate a robot. But I love humans. So I'm going to kill Sasquatch, and I'm going to tell it that it's the robot of the forest.
The robot of the forest. Next question comes from Harpo Garza, another boss in our glory. Maybe you'll meet him. How long did it take each of you through your emotions of 9/11?
I think it means like sort out your emotions.
Yeah, to sort out your emotions. Did it make you drop out of community college? Our lives were going so great before 9/11. A lot of people don't know this. We were very successful roller coaster tycoons.
Mm-hmm.
And, our Sims had a very, very active sex life,
Yeah, they were woohooing almost daily.
They were. And then those towers fell, and that was I really things were going great, and I had to take a step back. I had to take a big
Franklin, where were you when the world stopped turning?
Are you asking me where I was during 9/11?
Yeah, that was an Alan Jackson song.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
one of not your people, one of my people's greatest heroes.
Vampires?
Yeah. No, hey, come on, that's a racist term for one.
I'm sorry.
That's ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
I meant us ethno-Europeans.
Okay. So, I mean, I was in school, and then my English teacher, we told her, it's like, hey, a plane flew through
I told her
so that I knew it was going to happen. I told her. But I'm like, Miss Leone, a plane hit the Twin Towers. I didn't know they were called the World Trade Center until that day. I'll admit. I'm big enough to admit that I'm dumb enough to not have known what the World Trade Center was off the bat, I was like, oh, you mean the Twin Towers? Got ya. And if there's one thing I do like, it's twins. So that made it even harder to progress.
Yeah.
Like the
that was
process
one of the
twins.
saddest twin events of all time.
I know, man. It's like when the Twin Towers of the Big Boss Man and Akeem lost to the Mega Powers.
Yeah,
It's like-
or when DOA, Ron and Don Harris lost to Los Boricuas.
Now, what do you have against Los Boricuas?
Oh, I've got nothing against Los Boricuas, but I love Ron and Don Harris.
It's true.
They're
That
two
is true.
good boys.
Two good boys. They might be Nazis. I think they're Nazis.
They're very tall.
They're very articulate for Nazis. They're so
They're very well
spoken.
spoken.
You know, some Nazis could actually be very well spoken. Who
It's
knew?
because of the extra bone in their foot.
So Harpo, to answer your question, I can't tell you how long it took because I'm still processing it to this day. And yes, I'm big enough to accredit most of my major failures in life as a man to that fateful day of 9/11, 9/11, as I had a college professor who kept calling it that. It was
911 is a joke, Flava Flav said, and that's why he never got New York's hand in marriage.
Oh, damn. That's some deep 4D chess, Howard.
That's right. Well, I'm one of the foremost 40 chess masters in all the world.
Checkmate, Internet. Checkmate. Howard got you beat there.
Chessmate. I
Yeah.
choked C-3PO.
You threw him. You gorilla pressed him.
Yeah.
You gorilla pressed C3PO in the virtual chess.
But then once he got all broken to bits, I carried him in a backpack.
Once again, Howard, I think you're confusing your life for that of the Wookiee Chewbacca, which you do have lived very parallel lives, so I won't spite you for it. It's okay.
I have also eaten a porg.
That's true. You cooked it. You cooked it up there, and
And then I felt guilty.
yeah, that's true. Next question. Man, everybody has questions, and I guess we have answers. We're like Radio Shack. We're gonna
a
be here
lot
forever.
like- yeah. What's your favorite Radio Shack song? Mine is Fake Plastic Trees.
Radio Shack, or not, like, is that a band as well? Like a
Yeah.
Radiohead?
Oh, a classic Howard blunder.
That's a real blunder right there. I wasn't much of a Radiohead guy. Sorry.
No?
No. Wasn't much of a Radiohead. I was a little youngish
Yeah, well,
to be into
but-
it at the time, and now I only listen to the music I missed out on, like Smash Mouth and all that. So
Radiohead and Smash Mouth are very similar bands
Very.
in a lot of ways.
yeah,
They both have a larger than life frontman.
true enough. So Aaron Bryant, this is the second time question. All right, I'm glad he stuck
Yeah.
around with the show. I'm glad
Yeah,
he
he
made us.
didn't give up on us yet.
Yeah, that says a lot about you.
Hey,
What
you're a
do you-
good man, Bryant.
What do you think happened to Amelia Earhart? And he also asked if you had to bust ghosts like the Ghostbusters, answer the call, of course. The
Yeah.
Ghostbusters, we acknowledge. Ghostbusters answers the call. Who would you put on your busting squad?
What
we
a
got-
great question. Times
so
two.
Amelia Earhart. She was flying a plane. She disappeared, and he wants us to find out what happened.
Well, I wish I knew how to find a missing woman, Aaron Bryan. If I did, the very first thing I would do is I would find my beloved Maria Conchita Lourdes Dolores, who I lost at Sturgis 1996 Hog Wild.
That's a WCW Hog Wild or Chris
That's
Benoit
right.
beat Malenko.
Yeah, and she ran away with that beautiful Benoit boy, and that was the last I ever saw of her. But I know she's out there.
Last we saw of
somewhere.
either of them.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him either. A lot of people said that he disappeared into the Black Hills of South Dakota.
Oh, wherever she was with a stand-up guy, so you can't be too upset about it, you know?
Yeah, he's a good man. Anyway, where's Amelia Earhart? Who's asking is my question number one.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a guilty conscience here. Like, hey, have you heard about anything about that crime I did that I'm asking about?
Yeah. Hey, officer. I was just hoping you could tell me, is my family safe?
Are there any leads about this this store that's been broken into? Any leads? No, am I good? Am I good here? No. Okay.
Aaron Bryant's definitely one of those guys who's gonna say something like, I can't believe a lady was strangled, and their cops are gonna be like, we never told anyone they were strangled.
It's like a Gibbs moment, Agent
Yeah,
Gibbs.
total
Funny.
Agent Gibbs.
Funny, we never said that she was
Characters
strangled.
welcome.
Characters. He's not in so the USA syndicates that show, but it's on CBS.
Yeah, but
he's
it's
part of the
on
USA family.
Yeah, of course.
It's like
it
Christopher
is.
Maloney. You're gonna tell me Christopher Maloney and Mariska Hargitay? I'm not saying hi to you. I'm just saying the actress's name. Is she not part of USA family? Of course she is.
She's one of the most USA families there's ever been. She's the woman that I trusted with the Infinity Gauntlet, for Christ's sake.
That's true. Well, how did Mariska Hargitay do you?
Oh, and also to you. Now let us
Thank you.
pray.
So, if we need a Ghostbusters-like squad, who would we recruit?
Well, obviously, you'd be my number one, my sweet little succulent berry.
Okay. I think we would need, like Ocean's 11, we would need a small man.
Yeah, of course. So probably, I can't think of a famous person who isn't at least 6.5 feet tall.
I would have to go with the general, once again. Our friend, that little wacky gnome.
Oh, yeah, he'll sidle up to you like a crab.
I mean, you want somebody... The general, he has an alliance with Shaq. He can get through small crevices and corners. He's big. He's big. We would need somebody like him. Anybody forming a team like this to bust ghosts, you need somebody who's not afraid of anything. And you got to go with the Viper, Randy Orton. Gotta go with the Viper. He's taunted ghosts before when he burned down Bray Wyatt's shed.
Yeah.
Anybody else, Howard?
That's true.
We got the General. We got Randy Orton.
You got the General, Randy Orton.
You need somebody who thinks like a ghost.
You gotta need a smart thinking man, and that's
Egghead.
why you gotta have Neil deGrasse Tyson in there.
Ugh. Somebody who's willing
Now
to
that guy's
sexually assault a
cool.
ghost. Yeah. Not really.
Wait, what? No, is that prove? No.
I don't know. He sucks. He's always
All right,
sucked,
you're
though.
right.
Who cares?
But we can use him as a lure for the ghosts.
That's true. That's
The
true.
ghosts
Yeah.
will say, hey, we're going to drive this guy insane with our mind powers, and we'll say, do it. And then once they're done, oh, you know who will have Luigi? Mario's brother.
Oh, because he's got a haunted mansion.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Yes. Portrayed by John Leguizamo.
Yeah, John Leguizamo, who I started following on Twitter recently. And
What led to that follow? How the fuck did you I had to follow John Leguizamo?
because I love Johnny Legs. He's the best part of any movie he's in. Look at John Wick. A lot of people like the shooting. I like when he punches that kid in the face.
I gotta see
Lily
if John
Allen's brother.
Leguizamo is following our friend Night Opening.
He has a lot of Twitter or political Twitter posts. And,
Shit, good on him.
Yeah, he's always just kind of. I mean, he's not pushing the envelope. He's no Jack Allison out there. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, he's not trying to incinerate Bridget Cross.
He's a little more Mark Ruffalo and a little less Jack Allison.
Oh, that's some middle ground there. I
Career
guess.
suicide.
No, Jack's been under attack. We need to have some solidarity with Jack. He's being under attack by a lot of parodies lately.
Yeah, and none of them are good, which is weird because parody is usually so funny.
I don't know. First off, there's been one that was pretty funny. I'm not. First off, whoever's probably making these accounts probably a fan of our shows. I don't want to ostracize anybody.
I'm talking about
There's
the
been
original, the real parody, the one that's actually going after him. I know there's a million of the others, and God
if there's one
bless
that's
you,
legitimately trying to take him down and be a dick like that, fuck you.
there is one. There is.
Oh,
one
really? That's being
that-
really mean?
Well, I mean, they seem to be genuinely whatever a showrunner is, and they'll say stuff just like, like, hey, I'd rather be a, little
showrunner?
dickhead talking shit on the internet than, a hard-working Hollywood writer or whatever, stuff like that. And it made me so mad because I was thinking about what hard work actually is, and in my mind, it doesn't involve sitting around in a room writing jokes.
That's
Involves
right.
hanging drywall or cutting down a tree or punching a shark in the mouth, something like
That's
that.
right. Those are the true occupations of American men.
Yeah, right. So you're a showrunner. I'm sure that's a fine job. Good on you for doing it, whatever, however you make your money, that's no business of mine. But don't tell me that it's harder than a guy who's framing windows all day long.
Amen. So last question.
Thank God.
This man did not show up on your 23andMe. Your ex-son, perhaps,
May
at
he rest in
Shittroll.
peace.
Your ex-son. How much George Soros money does Pillow Talk receive? Jesus Christ.
Well, are you okay, buddy?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm a little baffled by this because one, did we get the receipts?
Let me handle this one.
Yeah.
Whatever associations Pillow Talk may or may not have with George Soros are strictly the business of George Soros and the Pillow Association Offshore Limited Liability Corporation that we are in no way affiliated with.
Not whatsoever.
Yeah, and it all goes to a political action committee, which is, of course, ruled to be a private citizen by the Supreme Court. So, frankly, none of your business whatsoever, Shittroll. You're not my son. I don't owe you anything ever again.
Your ex-son. Wow. Yeah. Sorry,
Shittroll said he can't go to BugCon because he's got to go to read a book or something.
Don't say that about him. That's mean. He may not be your son anymore, but don't go calling him an egghead.
He's a booksmith now.
Don't say things you can't take back, Howard.
I've seen the boy.
He's
seen
an
him read
egghead.
a book. Yeah, he's an
Ugh.
egghead.
All right.
He looks like a real baby Clint Howard.
Please tell me he doesn't actually look like Clint Howard.
I have no idea, but
Okay, good. I don't want him. You can't make fun
I
of somebody
can't
that looks
say
like
that
Clint.
he doesn't.
You can't. But you can't say somebody. I mean, if he looks like Clint Howard, you know how bad he's gonna feel.
He looks like a real Wallace Shawn.
Okay, that works. So, anyways, Howard, what else do we got on this conspiracy issue here?
Well, Franklin, I know you don't always follow the news quite as close as I do. I'm always on Google News left and right. But I was wondering, there's a lot of conspiracies in this world nowadays, and with fake news all over CNN and MSNBC and BBC and NPR and probably whatever other sources you like to read, it's harder to know more and more what is fact and what is lie and, well, what is down and what's up and left and right and all that kind of stuff. It's all crosswords as far as I'm concerned, but I thought I'd ask you some questions. Yeah, well, of course. I thought I'd ask you some questions. Well, conspiracies, because I know you're an educated man, and
I am.
you spend a lot of your time thinking about it, and I was just wondering, do you think that, the obstruction of the existence of UFOs is a bigger conspiracy than Donald Trump being unfairly claimed of Russian collusion by the Senate Democrats?
Jesus Christ! Why would you ask me something that smart? Okay, and with regards to aliens, isn't this the first thing Donald Trump would reveal? Like, if aliens existed, wouldn't he make a beeline for that his first day on the job?
Well, why else
and
would
be like,
he want to
you guys aren't
make
gonna
a
believe.
space force so bad?
Yo, straight up. Like, okay, I get it. He's stupid. Yes, he's
Sure.
he's not bright, and he's obviously racist, of course. However, once in a while, the worst person you know as like that clickhole article would say, tragic. The worst person you know has made a good point. Well, the worst person we know has made a good point because he has access to these files. And, you know, Russian collusion, there's no evidence of that. And if there is, it's in a big old book, and who's going to read something the size of a phone book? A nerd. And who could trust a nerd? That's a quandary in itself. So, it's a bigger conspiracy that we don't know about aliens, and I feel like Trump is pro UFO in terms of trying to stop them. So, yeah, kudos to him for that. I stand by him on that. And I do think we're taking some steps to rectify this.
Nothing but respect for my president.
Totally.
Now, Franklin, how about a conspiracy that affected the 5 boroughs, which I remind you include Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, Staten Island, the Bronx. A fist.
A fist. Thank you
Versus
for reading those.
A conspiracy that affects the outer desert area of Nevada, USA. What's a bigger conspiracy? 9/11, how it was committed by George W. Bush? Or Area 51, where they keep all the crashed UFOs and fly them around at night?
What is the bigger conspiracy theory here? George Bush and 9/11 or Area 51? Well, George Bush couldn't have flown those planes himself. So that's number one right there.
Well, drones.
Drones. You know, he seems like the kind to be a hobbyist, to fly remote control.
He's for sure a hobbyist.
He's definitely a hobbyist. he likes to take part.
Yeah.
He has his okay. So and then we have Area 51. I mean, Area 51's already well established. Watch Independence Day. Watch any documentary. You know, it exists. It's not a big secret. George Bush, he's a man of many hobbies, a lot of activities. We don't know if he did 9/11 or not, and I'm not afraid to say, you know what? He may have. And I think that's a bigger conspiracy theory than Area 51, which we all just kind of accept by now, right?
George W. Bush is the Jay Leno of presidents, which makes Jay versus Conan the 9/11 of late-night comedy events.
What do you mean he's the Jay Leno of presidents? You mean he's the best one ever?
He's cool, he's hip, he's funny, he's with it, he's got a good heart, and he's a handsome man.
That's the Jay Leno of presidents.
Yeah.
Nice. You got any more for me here?
Oh, I can't really think of many more.
That's
how about the Loch Ness Monster? Weigh in briefly on that.
All right. Well, we have Loch Ness Monster, Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got a little inside tip for. What's up?
Brexit.
No, see, I got a little insider tip for you. Where they filmed Star Wars, The Last Jedi, there's a little sea creature coming up for water, doing a little peekaboo at one point. I think that was him. I think they spotted him. I think it's an Easter egg that they don't even know about.
Is that the one that Luke drinks the tit milk of? Or the one that he does a spiraling stab jump on?
No, one of those is just a really big fish, and the other is just a sea cow. Maybe I imagine it has sex with the Loch Ness Monster for sure. But the Loch Ness Monster is just seen in the background shot, and it just kind of comes up. It's very brief. It's an Easter egg. I think it's something the director himself didn't even notice. I'll ask him because he's a friend of mine.
Of course.
Yeah, he is. And I feel like I should ask him because I'll show you the screen capture later. There's a little sea monster, and there's also some bones of a sea monster as well when Ray goes in the cave. So yeah, there's not just a Loch Ness Monster.
That's a great show.
Yeah. Deschanel, Emily, the superior one.
Yeah, the smarter one. And Angel from Buffy.
That's right. Yeah, she's an angel bud to us, I suppose.
Yeah, she's part of my family, my inbox family.
That's true. You and Emily always just chatting away, huh?
Yeah, we're driving our Fast and Furious cars.
That's a bigger conspiracy is the fact that you're friends with Emily Deschanel.
Yeah,
that's a bigger conspiracy than
that's
anything
a
we've talked
that
about.
I'll never tell you.
Oh, okay. For those listening, this has been Pillow Talk. Why is a good question to ask. You've been listening to Pillow Talk with Franklin and Uncle Howard. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BugTVFranklin. Somebody messaged me on Instagram. This your sticker? And that was it. It was like from a bar.
Whoa.
So we need to
That's
get
pretty
you.
cool.
We need to get you on Instagram because people might tag me out a guy for you. He's probably looking for you as well because both our handles are on that sticker.
A guy found me on Twitter and called me a fucker or something.
What did he say?
It was. It turned out that somebody who happened to live in the Seattle region put a Pillow Talk sticker in the baby change diaper in the men's room at a
The koala
grocery
one?
store. The koala care, that's right. Which, because no one ever uses that thing anyway, and it didn't
No.
obscure anything important, and it wasn't where an important baby might go, so it didn't matter. But obviously somebody saw it and they messaged me and was just like, "Hey, you dirty dog, is this you?" And I was like, yeah, listen to my podcast," and he followed me back, I think. So
Yeah, pretty cool.
Friend
That's
of
how
the
friends are
show.
made. Yeah, friend of the show there. So that's nice. We've had 2 interactions based on our stickers, based on 300 stickers spread out around this great nation. We've had 2
so
interactions.
many places, putting all of the biggest dirtbag parts of the country that I've been to.
we've had 2 interactions because of it.
Hey, that's how advertising's done. Imagine
Hey.
if we had 75 million stickers out, we'd have
100.
more interactions.
That's right. Anyways, so yeah, you can find me at BugTVFranklin. Where can they find you, Howard?
They can find me at Miata Guy for you. That's MIATAGUY for you. You can send either of us a DM, and we will give you some of those little stickers for free. That ain't nothing to me, and it ain't nothing to Franklin. We do accept donations for the stickers. You can send a Venmo, or if you just if you just want to be nice, you can send a Venmo to this dumb big-nosed nerd who handles our finances. Venmo. His Venmo is Poopy Mommy Diapers, all one word. We're going to be at BugCon. Hopefully we'll have a shirt of an alien doing a jump on a skateboard. Then go see us at that thing. Details are always forthcoming, continually and forever, up until the day before it happens. Let's see what else. We're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, we're on all of your favorite podcasts and apps. If you can like us, subscribe, give 5 little stars. That ain't no matter to me, but I hope you do. And I don't know, Franklin, back to you to catch up on everything that I didn't yip yap about.
Jesus Christ, that was so good and professional. You're just shaming me today.
I'm
You're
good
just
at this.
shaming me. All right, Ronald, do you want to do the send off? All right, come on in, Ronald.
All right, here we go.
You angels, letting me do the send off on your show. I like the Dope Boys more, to be honest with you. And if you don't like my friends, all right, Ronald, go fuck yourself. Jeez.